All right, so finally back in the gym. As you see, today was a leg day, so I decided to make sure that I got a nice dynamic warm up in, doing some toe walks and heel walks, a couple other things, just to make sure I've got good blood flow and that everything is loose. Last thing we need is an injury as we're getting back into things. So that was just the warm up here. It was kind of a lighter day because I'm just getting back into things. Lost a bit of size. So, yep, here we are, just flowing through some B skips, A skips. I don't think I do any B skips here. Getting the hamstrings loosened up, the hips loosened up. Really important for doing all of what I plan to do for this leg day. And all right, quick little jog, a couple other things, and loosen up the inner thigh, the hip flexor here with this one. Don't want any injuries, and because I do need to focus on building on that inner thigh, I need to make sure it's stretched out properly, so that way when we put some weight on it, it is activating correctly. All right, sorry for the long warm-up, getting right into these leg presses here. I typically do the standard leg press machine, but this horizontal leg press seemed a little bit better today. I didn't want to do too much on my hips just because they are a little bit weak, so I want to make sure we got some good activation. Did plenty of calf raises. This was one of many sets of calf raises. I did about 4 to 5 sets on everything, with anywhere from 10 to 25 reps depending on the workout. On the leg press, I was doing 4 to 5 sets at about anywhere from 15 to 25 reps. And the calf raises, I was not counting whatsoever, just going till I got a good burn. So if any of these seem like they're a little bit longer, feel free to fast forward, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got the entire workout in there. Obviously, this is one set of each exercise. We moved over to the hamstring curl, and I was actually doing the 3 of these exercises supersetted. So I was going leg press, calf raise, hamstring curl, and I was doing a circuit like that. So what you're seeing here is the third part of that superset, or monster set, I guess, whatever you want to call it. All right, and then I walked over, we went to some split squats. Typically when I do these up with my foot up on the bench, behind me, I have a little bit of irritation in my hips. So here I was focusing the back leg quad and the front leg glute and hamstring. And we did about 15 on each leg here, only 25 pounds on the bar, kept it relatively light, making sure I'm getting good contraction. This was my first full leg day being back, so I, again, taking it a little bit easy, making sure, clearly getting a burn, but making sure that I'm not overextending myself. First day, don't want to risk any injuries. And we got into what would be hyperextensions for back, but I was activating just my hamstrings and glutes here. You see I'm activating my glutes to actually pull my torso up, which is why I'm not coming up all the way. I'm just going basically until my glutes will stop contracting, and that's about where I stop. That's why you don't see the full range of motion. Again, my hands are on my lower glute and hamstring just so I can make sure I feel that muscle activation, because that's very important, especially while doing body weight exercises, because it's easy to just go through the motion. You could load this one up I was supersetting this with the split squats, so I was getting a nice stretch and making sure I was just getting a good contraction as well on the way up. I was also supersetting these with calf raises. Those aren't going to be pictured again. After I finished those 3 in the superset, walked over and I did straight leg deadlifts with some dumbbells. Started off relatively light with about 35 or 40 pounds and worked up to about 75 today. Again, right here I'm just getting glute and hamstring activation, not worried about extending and coming all the way up. And I supersetted those with these sissy squats. Again, just keeping complete activation on the quads, not worried about the full extension, because this is just kind of trying to help pump up those quads as I finish off. Definitely got a pretty solid workout here, and then just right over into some static stretches to finish. Really important to stretch after all of your workouts, and especially legs, because they are a large muscle. You don't want to wake up sore, cramping, any of those kinds of things, because it does take a lot of blood to get to those muscles. And there's a lot of blood flow down there, or not a lot of, it doesn't take a lot of blood, I'm sorry, it takes a lot of energy from your body to pump that blood through your legs, especially while working out. So it's important to stretch, get some of that lactic acid out right after, and then of course doing some cardio to finish up, or even later on in the afternoon will help release some more of that lactic acid, so you don't have so much soreness. But yeah, this is just the last bit of the stretching. Feel free to fast forward through it. Pretty basic stretches, only doing anywhere from 6 to 10 seconds on each hold. I'm really bad at going through stretches on a regular basis, but I made sure to at least get some in. If you guys are interested in personal training, the Get Fit in Houston is open, and I'm not sure when InShape will be opening, but since the Get Fit is open, I will be accepting clients if anybody is looking to train and start working out there. If you already have a membership, great. If not, I will not be able to train you until you do have a membership, just because of their rules and regulations. They do not allow guest passes. So that being said, feel free to DM me, comment on this video if you're wanting to get some training going. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the stretching, and I think a little bit of posing even at the end. And you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you guys all soon. Ciao.